We'll begin with breaking news. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers says on its website that its members at Canada Post are now on a nationwide strike. CUPW says it's in response to what it calls the government's attack on the Postal Service and workers. A union official tells CTV News things are happening in real time and that not all of its members have been informed yet of the strike, but adds it's coming. The announcement comes hours after the government announced it would phase out door-to-door mail delivery within a decade and slow the pace of letter delivery. The government says Canada Post loses $10 million a day and that it's seeing shrinking volumes of letter mail. It also blames stiff competition in the parcel delivery service. CTV's Rachel Aiello is tracking the developments for us from Ottawa and joins us now. Rachel, what do we know about the strike?
Yeah, hey, Renee. So as you've just outlined, that is essentially all the information we have at this juncture. This is clearly a response from the union to the federal government's announcement today saying that effective immediately, all of its postal workers are on a nationwide strike. What this looks like is a bit in flux. We are in contact with the union trying to get a sense of what exactly this entails. It does seem a bit fluid at the moment, this just breaking in the last few moments. And this is in response to the minister responsible for Canada Post coming out today with a series of major changes to how mail is delivered for Canadians that will have a direct impact on the postal workers who have been locked in this long-standing contract negotiation with management at Canada Post.
So when it comes to that announcement, Rachel, made by Canada Post, what do Canadians need to know about how their mail delivery could change?
Yeah, so I think it's important to note here, Renee, that the announcement was from the federal government, essentially ordering Canada Post to do this. And so it is three main changes. One of them is going to be loosening the service standards, the delivery standards for letter mail. This is going to be moving, meaning that Canadians who usually get a piece of mail, a letter, small package, between 2 and 4 business days are now going to be getting it between 3 and 7. So it will likely take longer for you to get those envelopes, those little mail pieces going forward. The major announcement today was really on essentially getting rid of door-to-door delivery. This is because the government has lifted what has been a decade-long moratorium on community mailboxes. There had been a transition to have all Canadians go to kind of a communal box to get their mail instead of having a postal worker go house to house, address to address. That had kind of been held off on. There are still around 4 million Canadians, Renee, who get door-to-door delivery. And now the federal government is saying over the next 9 years, largely in the next 4, that is going to be done away with, seeing everyone go to some sort of community box to get their packages. And then there's also changes coming to how rural post offices are operating.
All right, so some big changes coming to letter delivery. And then also on top of it now, we've got this announcement of a strike. So, of course, we're going to keep our eyes on this and try to find out more about what it means for Canadians at home. And I'm sure you'll be keeping your eye on that too, Rachel. Thanks for